It's me, it's Suki. Might just fuck around, make a movie.
We gotta figure something else. We gotta figure out what's going on. I see mad. Granted, it's restraint. Yo, they're quick. They're quick. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're quick with it. Which one? Yo, chat. Which one should we watch? This one got 1K. This one got 3K. Yeah, we gonna watch this. We gonna watch this. Hold on. Chat.
Okay, loves, welcome back to Ddg'S blog. I'm back with another video. Before we get into this one, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so every single time I post you'll be notified. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. Please hit the subscribe button and I love you. Returning subscribers, y'all should keep doing it for me. I also love you guys too. Grab your cups, get somebody spill the tea, and let's quickly get in.
All right. Yeah. Please, get to the point. Get to the point. Get to the point.
Exclusive. So it looks like Miss Halle Bailey is done playing with Ddg'S, the streamer. Okay, so it has now been reported by TMZ that Halle Bailey was issued a restraining order after claiming Ddg'S physically attacked her multiple times. In documents, she claims teens first got physical in January. They broke up back in October, and Halle says Ddg'S came over to pick up their son, Halle, and she tried to start a convo with the rapper about a child visitation schedule. As she was buckling Halle into the car seat, she claims Ddg'S grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out my car, B-word." This is interesting because y'all was dragging Halle for not letting Ddg'S come have Halos on these. Now,
Yo! Bro! Ddg'S! Duh, no. Listen, we gotta tread lightly with this one, okay? We gotta tread lightly with this one. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying this as like a fan of Ddg'S, but you feel me? We gotta hear both sides of the story. But this is damning. This is damning right now. Bro just released his album. Like, he just released his album. They said TMZ posted this already? Oh, nah. And you know what's crazy is, like, a lot of people was tuning in, and, you know, Ddg'S was saying how Halle wasn't letting him see his son and stuff like that. I just seen a clip of Dub talking about the only time they get to see their kids, you know, even with Woo Wop, only time they get to see the kids is when the mom brings the kids around. Nah, this is a little crazy. Yo, chat, what are y'all thinking? Y'all think Ddg'S innocent? You think he did it? This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
y'all can see what was happening behind the scenes. Halle says the baby was crying and she got nervous about Ddg'S living with him in such an agitated state. She also said that's when they allegedly started wrestling with Ddg'S, pulling her hair, slamming her face on his steering wheel, and shipping her tits. Okay, Halle.
What? Hold on. Doing what? Oh no. Oh no. This is not good, chat. That's not good. Slamming her on the oh, hold on. Let's read this real quick. That's when they allegedly started wrestling with Ddg'S, pulling her hair, slamming her face on his steering wheel, and chipping her tooth. Chat, we don't support domestic violence, okay? Violence against anybody, man, women, child, elderly. We don't support violence against nobody. But this, yo, did she just get the tooth fixed? Like, is she gonna, like, does she have, like, damn, I don't even. When it comes to situations like this, chat, it's like we really just gotta wait till like there's a court case or something. I'm not gonna lie. You feel me? Now, if Halle posts her with bruises and stuff, I ain't gonna lie. DDG is gonna be cooked. Oh my god. If she starts posting like bruises on her face, bro, they already hate DDG. DDG's already hated. This is just gonna increase the hate even more. Like this, it's not even gonna be a matter of, oh, I don't know if he did it. Oh, da 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 da. No, it's just gonna be like, you're guilty. That's it. Lock him up. Damn. And that kind of sucks. It kind of sucks when you're in the position of like everyone's hating you. Everybody like hates you already because there's no way he can like prove his innocence because they already hate him. Nah, but I'm not gonna lie. If she starts posting like, oh my god, if she starts posting bruises on her face and stuff, we're cooked.
She was in
Not we're cooked. Sorry. Why did I say we? I'm not cooked. Yeah, DDG's cooked. I'm not gonna lie. I hope it ain't true though. They were like top couple. I was rooting for them. I was starting to believe back in love again. Damn.
in pain and crying, and although that stopped the fighting, she was still worried about Halo. So she remained in the car for the ride over to DDG's house, where she told his family what happened. Once they told her they would take care of the baby, she left hysterical and with bruises on her arms to accompany her chipped tooth. She attached photos of her injuries in her request for a restraining order. As you can see,
Chat. What we thinking, chat? Chat. What we thinking? This looks like a bruise here. This definitely looks like a bruise. Oh. Okay.
these are pictures from TMZ and these are receipts that DDG actually did put hands on Haley. Okay, you can see her hands, they are bruises, and just take a look at her tooth.
Guys. Her tooth is chipped. Mind you, this was in the restraining order. So TMZ, okay. Here's one thing about news outlets. You can't do nothing in private when you're famous. You really can't. I bet you she did not submit these pictures directly to TMZ. She had these pictures in the restraining order. TMZ somehow, I don't know what source they got this from, but TMZ somehow found the restraining order, went through it, and found these pictures. Bro, I just listened to Bro's album. No, we can't have this. Bro, we can't have this, guy. Yo, DDG, please tell me you ain't doing this, bro. Somebody tell me he ain't do this. Somebody, please. There's a video of him responding, so we're going to watch that after. But, like, I pray bro didn't really do this. Like, and I'm not saying that it's that I would want him to do this, but if he did do this, right, I hope it was, like, on some, like, God forbid. We're going to say God forbid. But I hope it was on some, like, they both were fighting each other. You feel me? Never put your hands on a woman. I'll repeat that. But I hope they were fighting each other and then, you know, they tussled a little bit and blah, blah, blah. Accidents happen, da, 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 da. But it seems like she's saying that he basically attacked her. Like, no remorse, no nothing. Like he's cooked. Okay, chat. Hold on. This is bad. This is bad.
Okay. I mean, I'm so happy that she didn't get to lose a whole tooth. If not, it was not going to be a good look. But you can see that he did bang her face and she did cracked her teeth. Okay, y'all can see that. The judge granted Haley a domestic violence restraining order requiring DDG to stay 100 yards away and gave her permission to take nearly 18 months old Hello to Italy, where she'll be filming a movie for 2 months. DDG also has to stop posting or streaming about her and their child. Hailey claims her ex has been wiping his fans into a frenzy by trashing her when he live streams. So,
Chat is clipped. It's over. Oh my God, it's over. Oh my God, it's over. What? Bro, no, say it ain't so, DDG. Come on, man. The judge, bro, the judge granted her a domestic and violence restraining order, said he got to stay 100 yards away. Now she also gets to take the baby. There is no, oh, I can't see. There is no, oh, she won't let me see my son. The judge said he can't see his son. The judge also said if he even mentions her or the son, her or Halo, in any stream, he's cooked. Yo, bro. I was about to say the best case scenario, but there is no best case scenario in this situation. What would be a best case scenario? Like, I was going to say he could maybe fight this. I don't know. What chat, what can bro do? Like what can he do to fix the situation? I don't know. Is cooked. Bro.
okay, so let me know how you feel about it down below in the comments. And that's T. Okay, she's not lying about that. I told y'all, DDG is a certified cloud chaser and a clown. Okay, he a clown and a certified cloud chaser. Stay talking about Halle and the baby on your life like every single minute. Now you're not gonna see that baby for 2 months, and that's good. Okay, I wish he never gets an opportunity to see the child by the end of the day. I mean, he's the father, so he's gonna want to see his child, and no one's gonna stop him from that. But right now, 2 months without seeing Halo, and he's gonna be quiet. Okay, shut the fuck up on.
All right, bro. All right, bro. See now this is where we drag it. This right here, this ending part is where we drag it. I get it. You could not like someone. I understand you could not like someone, right? But to wish that they don't get to see their kids is crazy. End of the day, right? End of the day, and I'll say this, bro. You know what I'm saying? We've seen DDG be a great dad. It's not like he's one of them deadbeat dads. Okay? So, end of the day, I wouldn't wish him to not see his child. I'm just saying. Now, can he stay away from Halle? Sure. Based on, you know what I'm saying, her chipped tooth and them bruises, he can stay away from Halle. You feel me? He wasn't charged as a criminal, so I don't, you feel me? But clearly she got some bruises on her. Feel me? She was granted a restraining order. We can't deny that. So he can stay away from her. 100%. But Halo, bro, let's not wish a father to be separated from his kid, bro. Okay? Let's not do that. Talking about good for him is crazy. All right, we going I'm sorry. I don't like people like that. We going, you know, get off that. What's his name? Exotic T Block. All right. Yeah, we just gonna leave, bro. We gonna leave, bro. Where he at?
YouTube.
We need to hit a response though. We need to hit a response right now. DDG.
Everybody, it's your boy BREAD Fox reporting from the Chicks Universe. For those of you who have not been catching up or who have not been paying attention, DDG and Halle Bailey have been having a silent back and forth tug of war the entire week with their child. Now,
Yes, they
yesterday
have.
it was reported that DDG pretty much lost custody of his son, and he's only able to see him for up to about 72 hours. Today, reports are coming out that the reason why he may have lost his child is because he has been putting his hands on Halle Bailey. Yes. Halle Bailey is actually alleging that DDG needs to sign the Hit Boy because he has all.
All right. Why this photo? Why this photo, bro? Why this photo? Yo, come on, guys. Come on, bro. It's I don't know. Okay, I don't even know if I can say. Can we say alleged when it's just a restraining order, or is it just it's clipped? I don't know how the law works. Like, is it when he get tried in like a court that we can say it's clipped? Someone in the chat, like, let me know, because I don't know. Is that how that works? Like once the restraining order is activated, judge. I don't know.
For those of you who didn't see, Halle Bailey actually just was granted a restraining order against DDG. Now, according to what TMZ is reporting,
Oh my God.
she is alleging that he did a plethora of things. And she even uploaded some photos as objective evidence to show that, hey, he really is putting his hands on her. Now, I'm going to go through the article and we're going to see exactly what she's alleging. From what TMZ is reporting, in the docs filed Tuesday in LA, she claims things got physical in January. They actually broke up back in October. Halle says DDG came over to pick up their son, Halo, and she tried to start a convo with the rapper about a child visitation schedule. As she was buckling Halo into the car seat, she claims DDG grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, BITCH." Halle says the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such an agitated state. That's when
like a
they
mom.
allegedly started wrestling, with DDG pulling her hair, slamming her face on his steering wheel, and chipping her tooth. Halle says she was in pain and crying, and when DDG saw that, it stopped the fighting. She was still worried about Halo though, so she remained in the car for the ride over to DDG's house, where she told his family what happened. Once they told her they'd take care of their baby, she left hysterical and with bruises on her arms to go along with her chipped tooth. She attached photos of her alleged injuries and her request for a restraining order. She also alleges DDG creeped her out in March when he showed up at her home, entered without her permission, went to her bedroom, and texted a pic of Holly's empty bed to her, along with the text, "Now I know what you've been on."
What? I didn't hear that part. I'm not gonna lie. This is getting scarier. It's getting scarier and scarier the more I listen to this, bro. This is getting really scary. He snuck into her crib, took a picture of her bed, and said, "I know what you've been on." Red flag! Oh, wrong sound effect. Red flag. There we go. Yeah. That was wrong sound effect, guys. I'm sorry. That was not to celebrate. That was we're not celebrating. That's a red flag. Now I know what you've been on, bro. But that's bad. That's bad. I'm not.
LOL. Holly says she interpreted the text as DDG accusing her of having sex with other people. 4
Yeah, that sounds like what that was.
days later, she claims he really exploded when he came back to her house. Holly told him and the baby were sick, and she didn't want Halo to leave home. And she claims that when he got verbally abusive, smashed her ring camera and ran away with Holly's phone. As he drove off, she claims DDG threw the phone out the window and yelled to her, "Go get it, BITCH." The incident prompted Holly to go file a police report, and she says she also has ring camera footage to back up her side of the story. It was around this time that DDG claimed on X he'd been fighting to see Halo for months.
Gang, I understand you want to see your kid. I get it. I fully understand that you want to see your kid. I know a lot of people who is fighting to see their kids. I do. Personally, you feel me? I know people who've told me that, they have a bad baby mama. The baby mama won't let them see their kids. But this is not the way to do it. This is not the way to do it. Bro, not only, here's the thing, right? I will always stand for a father being able to see his kids. I'll always stand for that. But this is too far. This is way beyond like reasonable. This is borderline like, bro, this is bad. This is like really bad. And I'm like, and this is coming from somebody, if y'all don't know, I'm a fan of DDG. You know what I'm saying? I'm a supporter of DDG. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching DDG since I was young. You know what I'm saying? So to hear this is disappointing. This is mad disappointing. Cause it's like, come on, bro. It's like, as men, we gotta control our anger. You know what I'm saying? In certain situations. And to not only like physically, like, it's crazy because you gotta understand, right? She didn't file this restraining order or go to the police or whatever for the wrestling that they did. She chipped her tooth, she got bruises, blah, blah, blah. She didn't go to the police then. She went to the police after he snuck into her crib, did that, then came, broke the stuff, and then made her run after her phone. Once again, some of this is alleged, but she says she has the footage. So I don't know what to say to that. If she has if she has this man in 4K breaking her ring camera, this is bad. This is, bro, this is like really, really bad. I don't know what to say to this, bro. This is mad disappointing. I'm actually sad. I'm sad as hell. We about to do a reaction-ception. This is about to be a reaction-ception. Literally. We're going to watch one more thing on this DDG situation. And then we're going to move on. I'm going to hit up my boy Kai Flow, and then we're going to get on stream with him.
At the same time, DDG has no real opportunity to do the same thing. DDG has responded with this. Who cares? Life continues. Other people says, so another man.
Shouldn't have said none, bro. Shouldn't have said none. That now it looks like you hurt. Now you look bothered. You feel me? Don't say.
I agree with Don. He shouldn't have said anything. You shouldn't have said anything, bro. And if what she's alleging is true, right? If what she's alleging is true, you crashed out about it. And that's why she went and got the restraining order. And now a whole bunch of stuff is going on.
clapping situation is getting worse. Video by O'Shea Ddg'S. All right, that's not. I don't like how this one started. I didn't realize that the Halle Bailey situation was bad to begin with. What's going on?
I was pretty ugly in high school, and I
Damn.
wasn't that popular with the ladies. So I didn't get a chance to clap any cheeks.
That's tough.
And thank God for that. Me getting shot down in high school led to me going to college and working on myself. And
I like how niggas like to pretend that they can't get good grades and clap cheeks at the same time. A lot of people do it.
learning how to read and write, unlike some of y'all.
Whatever you got to tell yourself to sleep at night, brother.
Of course, condom usage is important,
Fake.
which
Fake.
we know some of y'all don't like to do.
He's right.
Condoms are trash.
You know.
Don, I don't know about that, Don. So hold up. We're gonna O'Shea Ddg'S. Okay, so shout out to Don. Right? One of my favorite streamers. Well, one of my favorite reactors. But we're gonna go here and we're gonna watch the original video ourselves.
I was
All right,
pretty
let's go.
ugly in high school, and I wasn't that popular with the ladies. So I didn't get a chance to clap any cheeks. And thank God for that. Me getting shot down in high school led to me going to college and working on myself and learning how to read and write, unlike some of y'all.
Okay, so Brody, I ain't gonna lie. You talking about you not being able to, you know what I'm saying, clap cheeks is what led you to being smart. Bro, just admit that, you feel me, you couldn't get girls, bro. Just admit that. It's okay. It's okay, gang. Like, bro trying to turn it into a positive. He's like, yeah, I never got girls back then, but I'm glad I didn't get girls back then because, now I'm smart. You feel me? Now I'm smart and I'm a smarty. Bro, girls is not going to stop you from, you know what I'm saying, sharpening your mind. Why are we perpetuating that? Like, come on.
And of course, condom usage is important, which we know some of y'all don't like to do.
He's right, you know.
Long story short, I'm still a guy that don't have any children, so I don't know very much about baby mama drama. But I can imagine that it's a real pain in the ass to deal with. And if you guys know all about that, please comment below. Especially if you're a young guy and you have everything going your way and you think you're unstoppable, like my guy DDG. And
Wrap it up, guys. Wrap it up 100%. Make sure you wrap it up 100%. And that's all I got to say. Wrap it up. Wait for the kids later. I don't care if you have baby fever. I don't care if you really love that girl and you really want to, give her a baby. Don't do it. All right. Cool.
despite DDG being very rich and famous and dealing with Halle Bailey, he still believed in himself that he would never have problems with his baby mama.
See, I don't plan on having a baby mama.
What you mean? You don't never
I'm not
plan
gonna
on
have no
it.
baby mama, bro. Whoever I have a kid with,
This
he's
clip.
with me for life. It ain't
Ooh.
Blueface.
Ooh. All right. That did not age well. That did not age well.
Tried to warn him, but he didn't listen. And of course, like my old pastor, Reverend Washington, used to always say, further on up the road. And that's exactly what happened with DDG and his relationship with Halle Bailey. They went
So
from
pretty.
being a very loving couple to DDG experiencing some problems. Such
Oh.
Every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that.
And this part was quoted in the allegations. She was saying that he's sick. Da 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 da. Okay. Listen, chat, we weren't there. We were not there. he's definitely upset. So what I'm assuming is going on, right? And I don't even think it's on some malicious timing. I don't even think it's on malicious timing. But, you know, we never know. But what I think what's going on is, and like I said, this is just speculation. This is what I'm assuming off of the information we got going on. Halo was sick. DDG wanted to help and see his kid. She said, hey, chill. You feel me? He's sick. Can't take him right now. Wait till he gets better. Let me take care of him. DDG got angry a little bit about that and probably took some actions that he didn't mean to take out of pure frustration and anger. You feel me? And then they started, you know, going back and forth and tussling and and this and the third. You get what I'm saying? The issue with situations like this, bro, is that obviously someone's a victim, which is pointing to her. But it seems like what the issue with situations like this, bro, is that nothing, at least what I would think, is on purpose. But it doesn't matter if something was on purpose or not, because there's still a victim. There's still someone that's hurt. You get what I'm saying? So the outcome of this is what I would hope to happen is if there were, you know, attacks or punches or whatever thrown or anything that happened within those lines, the responsible party apologizes and tries to make amends for the sake of the child. That's what I would hope, because to have a broken home, and I'm saying this as a child that came from a broken home. I came from a broken home. My mom and dad are not together. Lucky for me, they both decided to get step family. I love my step parents to God. But growing up in a broken home, bro, and watching a broken home unfold in front of your eyes, bro, is the worst experience for a child, bro. And I can tell you that from experience. I think I was at least 5 years old watching my parents fight for the first time. That scarred me. It made me look at both my parents in a different light. And then my parents could tell you for the next 10 years from that on, even longer than that, it was an uphill battle between me and my mom and me and my dad. Constant fights, constant arguments, constant I'm blaming you for the reason why our family's not together. It was constant, a whole bunch of that stuff. And I apologize to both my mom and dad. They just were, you know, they just, you know, weren't right for each other. But I'm glad they're happy now. But for the sake of Halo, they need to get this under control. Honest to God. It's that simple. I don't want what I experienced and a lot of kids experience in America. I don't want that, not even just America, in general, in life. I don't want that to be for Halo. He's just a baby now. Growing up without your mom and dad is going to be a problem. I don't care. And listen, I don't care what nobody says. You need both your mom and your dad. I'm sorry. I genuinely don't care if you feel like you don't need your dad, you don't need your mom. If you had both your parents, you would be happier than you probably are now. Everybody in the world is miserable. I'm pretty sure if everybody had both their parents, they'll be Gucci. That's what I believe. I don't think broken homes are good for children. Simple.
Pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son.
Now, it must be noted when DDG and Halle Bailey were together, so many people thought that he wasn't good enough for her and that she was basically lowering her standards dealing with a streamer or a guy that was a YouTuber. She deserved a lot more. And when DDG started complaining publicly on his streams, people were saying, oh, you know, he's just mad that he's not with her anymore. He's just being a bitter baby daddy. And of course, Halle Bailey was strategic in never responding or acknowledging DDG's claims. But he started to talk about the fact that, you know, he wanted to take his kid, his son Halo, out of the country, and Halle Bailey wouldn't let him do that. barely would let him even see his own son. And then again, we kept seeing DDG with other people, like women and streaming, while Holly Bailey's
Lala. Y'all don't know this is my baby right here, Lala. Love Lala. If y'all in tune, you know what I'm saying, with Zooted, la. Had a crush on her for dumb long. But that's a fact though. I'm not gonna lie. In this situation, like I said before, it's hard for anybody to be on DDG's side because they already hate him. And here's the simple fact: if you were not in tune with DDG on YouTube, if you're not in tune with Black YouTube, you didn't know him. You feel me? He's been up before Halle, my fault. My bad if I'm pronouncing her thing. Halle. He's been up before Halle. Long before. Way before. But you know what's crazy is that he's not mainstream. He's only known in the YouTube space. So you're only going to know about Halle. The girls on the Shade Room, et cetera, they're only going to know about Halle. But he been doing this. And it's just sad, bro. This is just sad. This is a sad situation for Halo.
lifestyle continued to be under wraps. And then recently, Holly Bailey posted something very interesting on vacation about her insecurities about her body.
Like, so I felt like my body sort of snapped back to where I thought it did at the time, but it still was very off. And then now that I'm 25, I just feel myself like, oh, weight is sticking.
Hold on. Y'all see that? Am I bugging? Is that the chipped tooth? Is that the chipped tooth, y'all? It might be the chipped tooth.
More like, okay. And I haven't had a lot
It's
of
like the
time
first
to
thing I
plan on
noticed.
taking a break. Like being on this vacation with my sister. This is my first time. I'm like taking a break from film. I was filming every day and being a mom to Halo every day. I didn't have time anywhere between being on set and being with Halo to work out. So I'm a little fluffy right now because I kind of fell off of my consistent workouts. But I do feel a little insecure about it. And yesterday, me and Chloe, we were on the beach and we made like a fun TikTok. And I got really insecure about it after. And I had texted her and asked her, like, hey, can you just take it down because I feel really bad about my body. And yeah, so people are asking, like, why is it deleted? It's because of me. I was insecure about it and what people were saying about my body and what I don't know, I get in my head about stuff like that. But then today I'm like, I'm gonna feel better about myself. I'm not gonna be too hard on myself because I've been working on this really cool job that I just finished. Guys, I had a really great experience in New York. And now I'm on vacation with my sister and we're celebrating and we're with my baby. We're having like a good time. And I'm not gonna be so hard on myself. So my message of today is I'm telling this to myself is to just enjoy the moment and not be too hard on yourself and let yourself live a little and have some fun.
Holly Bailey is
Yeah. Okay. Don't read the chat. Don't read, like, not y'all chat, not y'all. But don't read like comments sections. Don't read none of that, bro. You post something, don't read it. You're only gonna get disappointed because people are gonna point out your insecurities. People are gonna point out things that they don't like about you. Never read it. When I uploaded YouTube videos and people used to say my videos were trash or they say it's garbage, or if I posted something and I see a negative comment, oh, your forehead's too big, bro. Oh, your dreads look like Dookie dreads. Oh, why do you look high all the time? Don't pay attention to people who try to belittle you, because at the end of the day, them people are just miserable with their lives, and they just want to share their detriment to you.
out of the
Word of my
country
mother.
or in the Bahamas with herself, Chloe Bailey, and Halo. But there's something else. Holly Bailey is also with someone else, a guy by the name of Brent Fires. Now, this is a rapper slash singer. I don't really listen to
Brent Fires. We all know Brent
but it's
Fires.
interesting that Halle Bailey can take her kid out of the United States or to the Bahamas, as some of you may say, and basically downplay it like Brent Fires isn't there when obviously they do know he's there. Now, at the same time, DDG has no real opportunity to do the same thing. DDG has responded with this: "Who cares? Life continues." Other people says, "So another man took the mother of his only child out of the country for Mother's Day. That's what happens when you make a family and walk away from it."
What?
I mean, I don't really understand this comment because this could happen to anybody, but okay, let's go ahead and look at this one. DDG gets
Literally.
all the hate when Holly is the real villain. Brent Fires, oh, she getting cracked. I'd rather be known as a deadbeat than be embarrassed like this. This is important because a few days ago, DJ Academics dropped this.
Yo, Halle, man, just go pop out with that Brent Fires already, man. Yo, DDG with 3,000 on stream now, man. It's cool. The smoke done clear. You can pop out with Brent Fires, gang. It's time. You see, like when you was kicking it with him before, nobody like really peep game. But like now, DDG been with too many. Like I ain't saying he f***ed him, but he been hanging out with Lala, the Island Girl, Zoe, whoever the like. He been hanging out with too many. You clear now, girl. Go pop out with Brent Fires. It's all good now. It's all valid now.
Ack. Why? Why are you speaking on this, Ack? I don't get academics, bro. Academics. I used to watch academics. I used to be in tune with academics. Academics now just be doing whatever. I don't get it, Ack. Why? Why? I understand that DDG is with Lala. He's been with Zoe. Shout out to Zoe. You know what I'm saying? That's slime right there. Shout out to Zoe. You know what I'm saying? He been with Seven. But like Lala and Seven are his artists. He's been with Lala and Seven. They not like his love interests. They're friends. They've been friends. Zoe, I'm pretty sure that was just for marketing. Zoe been around everybody and hanging out with everybody. That's all that stuff is for marketing. It's not real. Halle going with Brent Fires, now that might actually be real. Bia, he was with Bia. Bia friend zone DDG. Every girl that I've seen DDG with publicly, he's not with them on no romantic timing. He has never been on that timing. Now, I don't know what bro doing behind closed doors. Whatever he doing behind closed doors, hey, all power to bro. You feel me? If you doing messy stuff behind closed doors and getting mad that she's with some dude, then I don't know what to tell you, gang. But the girls that Ack mentioned are all his friends, and they all friend zoned him a long time ago. A very long time ago. So I don't know what to say.
Valid. Yo, back in the day, like a couple months ago, DDG was fuming. What's his son named Halo? He was like, man, I can't see Halo, and I can't. They don't even know I'm single. Like, and she's with Brent Fires. Yeah, gang. Yeah, that's what happened. But now, DDG free. The internet chose his side. You know, he with his son Halo. Like, she been chilling out with his son. Yo, Halle, pop out with a new now, man. Well, pop out with old boy.
Now, Academics was the first person to actually comment on this whole Brent Fire situation. So this is interesting.
Why?
But, I think that DDG needs to be or is owed some level of an apology because clearly it does seem like he was actually trying to spend time with his son. And Halle Bailey, despite being a wholesome character, basically having a clean-cut image, and even at times, DDG trying to protect that image, actually behind the scenes, maybe the bitter baby mama, making life hard for him and his son. And this happens a lot, and I'm not trying to say that DDG doesn't have any faults here or that Halle Bailey is the enemy. I'm pretty sure that they both are young and they both make their mistakes. But a lot of black men need to understand this is what happens when you have relationships and children come out of it, and then you are not really committed to possibly putting more sacrifice into the family or staying together with this woman or marrying this woman. Okay, it's quickly gonna go from me and her love each other and we are cool to this whole situation of let's say Tiana Taylor and Imam Shumpert, and I get why he would want to have a relationship with her because Holly Bailey is not a woman that needs him for his money. She's in the industry and it's a power couple sort of.
Bro, this photo shoot was so adorable. I love this photo shoot right here. This photo shoot was adorable. This is while they were still not together. I thought they was co-parenting great. I thought they was lit and they was together on some like, oh, we may be behind the scenes together, or they co-parenting. That's what I thought this was. But now we learning that a whole bunch of rah-rah is happening. And to what he said before, you feel me? He's painting her out to be the bitter baby mama. Right now, she's painting him out to be an abuser. How does stuff like this happen? I don't understand. Like, I genuinely want to understand, like, how do you get to this point? Y'all had a baby together. Y'all supposed to be connected. Y'all supposed to be intertwined. How do we get here? I don't know if I want to finish the rest of this video. It's dragging on for me.
A woman like her who already has her life and her career and most likely has been famous since she's a child, a young man like DDG is not going to get the same kind of respect as a man or as a provider as he might get from somebody else. And this is one of the things that a lot of men got to understand, that when you date a woman
so fine.
who's been financially secure or has been a child star or on a certain level that you are, that's not going to come with a lot of respect that you would want, all right? Because
I miss that, bro.
Need you. I mean, the same thing we look at, we talk about like Keke
I miss
Palmer,
those.
And Darius Jackson. Sky Jackson and the dude that she's dealing with, Yerky.
This right here is a real abuser. Throw this man in the pit and lock away the key. This situation, I don't know too much about the situation. I gotta look into it, but I don't like how she's going about it. Your kids need their dad. Please don't. From what I've seen Keke Palmer say, don't be like Keke Palmer, bro. Okay? Your kids are gonna grow up to resent you. Don't be like Keke Palmer. Oh, I don't need no blah, 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 blah. Don't be like that, okay? Do it for the sake of your kids, or at least have a co-parenting situation to where it's like they can see their father somewhat, or see their father a certain type of time. Don't keep the kid away from pops. Don't do that, bro. It's never good for children, bro.
Or even care about your life. And Kevin Samuels could have called that the modern woman. And again, I don't really know Holly Bailey's situation, but she could have very well been going into this relationship and been very okay with just getting a baby and not being somebody's wife, or being submissive to a man and all of that. And a lot of black men got to understand it, if you get with somebody very successful, it's a really great chance that woman has used a lot of masculinity or have adopted a lot of that masculinity to be successful, especially in something as competitive as Hollywood.
All right. Now we're just chatting. What are we talking about? Masculine. Okay, we're getting off this video. All right, we're getting off this video. I understood the beginning. So I guess this is the video. This is probably before. Understand this, guys. Okay. If you're going to have a baby with someone, make sure that's your wife. Make sure that you're planning to make that your wife or your husband. Make sure you have that secured before making a baby. And, of the off chance that doesn't happen, marry that person, bro. Make that person your end game. I'm not going to lie. If I end up having a baby with a woman, that's got to be my wife. And God forbid we can never make that work, because I will try to make it work as much as possible. I will move the heavens to make that work. If I can't make it work, then we're co-parenting. And I'm going to try to make sure it's the least painful process of all time. Hey, let's just name her Alicia. My baby mama named Alicia. Just let's just pretend real quick. Hey Alicia, I want to see my kids Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can have them from the rest of the week. What do I need to do to make that happen? What? Oh, okay. They need school supplies, blah, blah, blah. This and the third. Okay, I'll do that. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, it's not always that simple. It could be scoring on her side. I could want certain demands and not want to cater to certain demands. But you got to understand, like, for the sake of kids, bro, you gotta bend backwards sometimes. Pause. Sometimes you really got to bend backwards. And that's my stance on that. I'll do anything for my future kids. Simple as that. And with that being said, guys, we're done with that reaction. Oh my God, that was intense. That was a lot going on. I ain't gonna lie. Wow. Sorry for the little rant there, but you know, stuff like this I'm a little passionate about because I personally had to go through that as a kid. So, you know what I'm saying? As somebody who had to go through that as a child, it's like, I don't want to see any other child go through what I've gone through. It's sad. The fact that has to be a thing is so sad, bro.